Alright, so today's video is going to be on Jedi arrogance. So in the Jedi rules of behavior it says, Jedi conquer arrogance. So I'm gonna read this, like just start off with. Conquer arrogance. Jedi are special, but their ability to access the Force does not make them better than other people. A Jedi is a Jedi only because someone else has taken the trouble to teach them. A Jedi Knight is a Jedi Knight only because their master determines that they cannot teach their student anything further. A Jedi Master is a Jedi Master only because they have discarded their own sense of self-importance and embraced the will of the Force. As Master Dooku explained to a class of Jedi students, acceptance of others is not a guarantee. Like everyone else, a Jedi is accepted or not based on his behavior. The Jedi who believes he is more important than others only demonstrates that his opinion is to be ignored. Arrogance. But really, it's what it's actually saying. It's using a negative to enforce a positive. So let's forget the negative for a second. Let's forget arrogance for a second and instead look at what it's trying to actually say Jedi have. And that is, I want to say modesty. Other people say humility. You can use humility if you want. A lot of Jedi will say humility. I'm not a fan of the word just because over the years a lot of people have kind of fallen into the trap and misunderstanding of humility and feeling that Jedi are doormats or they can't accept praise or that they can't take pride in their work, they can't take pride in themselves or in their accomplishments, that they have to automatically deny it, that they have to automatically tear themselves down. That's not how that works. But a lot of people fall into that, and as such, a lot of people use then false humility. Point being, that modesty is really something that's a core part of the path. But again, that's not about not taking pride in your work and not accepting the hard work and the results that come from it. If you put in a lot of hard work and you're striving for a goal and then you obtain that goal and people are like, job well done, you can feel good about that. You can see the whole key with modesty is recognizing the work you put in, right? It is about self-honesty, and it's also about taking ownership of the work you did. That's fine. That's all within the realm of modesty. Where arrogance tends to come in, especially you'll see it in the Jedi path. I'm a real Jedi because I live it. Arrogance. You're an armchair Jedi because you're just on the computer and you're on this online community and all it is online. Arrogance. Come on. And the arrogance to sit there and berate people and call them armchair Jedi, and these are people you've never met in your life. What do you know of their life? Arrogance. There is no ignorance, there is knowledge. What do you know of these people's lives that you can truly call them and make a judgment on their life and how they're living it? Arrogance. So if you find yourself where your pride starts to get a little too big and starts to fall into that side of arrogance, just remember that you're not better than anybody else. The only reason that you are a Jedi is because other people did take the time to really help you understand what that means and ways that you can live it. But do take pride in the fact that you are working on it and that you have made strides. But always remember that people are people, and we're all just trying to do the best we can. And it's not that someone does it better, they just do it differently. And maybe you want to be at that level and you're just not there yet. Give it time. Some people take the Jedi philosophy and live it in such a way that it is amazing. The way that they fulfill the goal of service, of providing support and rendering aid, the way that they fulfill those 5 goals of the Jedi can make you take a step back and be like, wow, that's amazing. I see people and in the Jedi community and the things that they're doing, and I'm amazed. I'm like, that's really great. And I'm not doing near that level, right? And it's like, wow, man, that's a lot of good stuff that you're doing. That's wonderful and that's amazing. But how I fulfill that goal and how I fulfill the goal of service is different, and it can seem like, oh, they're doing more and I'm doing less. arrogance. But it's not about that. It's not about levels or, you know, who's doing it better. But you know, the reality is we're both fulfilling the Jedi path in our own ways. Is just different. There's Jedi out there that certainly I respect, but we don't always agree and we don't always see eye to eye. But that's fine, because we're all Jedi and we're just living it, and we're all trying to do the best we can. That's all it really boils down to. And that goes for everybody in life. We're all just living this life, trying to do the best we can. Just remember that. Don't be so down on yourself or so hard on yourself. Take a compliment, say thank you. You put in the work, you did what you could. It may not be at the standard you want, but someone else saw value in it, so thank them for that. And also remember that they're putting in work on their own projects and they're doing the things that they're trying to do. So you're not better than them. They aren't better than you. We're all just different, and we're all just trying to do the best we can. That's all this comes down to.